Finally, a bit of good news to share from Nvidia of all companies. Well, not from them officially, from Lenovo's spec pages on their own website. It appears that Nvidia are launching a 12GB of VRAM 5070 for laptops. This is up from 8, of course. Normally I wouldn't make such a short video, but this is huge news. If you're unaware, 8GB of VRAM, it can throttle modern games, particularly on high settings at high resolution, which the 5070 is capable of. And here's the skinny. Most gaming laptops with 5070s, they come with high resolution screens, so they need this. 2560 by 1600, it is very common, and on creator laptops even higher. We tested how 8GB of VRAM affects performance on gaming laptops in a video we did last year. I'll link it down below. The synopsis is this. We definitely saw performance degradation in some games. The drop in performance was most noticeable in 1% lows. Now, 1% lows are extremely important. Complex parts of the game, like team fights, they tend to be tougher to render. Big explosions going off everywhere, and you definitely don't want to drop frames at those critical moments. And keep in mind, if you're watching that older video, we actually tested a device with performance equivalent to a 4060. This issue, it only gets worse with a 5070. The 5070 is capable of running games at higher settings than you're going to probably want to. Moving to 12GB, it allows a 5070 to perform as it should. Plus, laptops with a 5070, they're more in that sweet spot in terms of pricing. Once you go to a 5070 Ti or above, your frames per dollar tends to become worse. Also, I'm not sure you know this, but laptops with a 5070 Ti, they use a different motherboard. It's the same one that more powerful 5080 and 5090 laptops use. Laptops with those GPUs, they tend to be larger, whereas 5070s can be found in smaller, more portable ones like this Razer Blade 14. So it's great that we can get more performance out of them. That being said, do not expect a 5070 with 12GB of VRAM to equal the performance of a 5070 Ti, just because they now have the same amount of memory. The 5070 Ti, still a more powerful GPU with more CUDA cores, high memory bandwidth, and it can be fed more power. The 5070 Ti, it can boost up to 140 watts, whereas the 5070 stops at 115. On that note, I think Nvidia just really hurt laptop manufacturers by not sharing this information at CES. Take Acer's announcement of their redesigned Predator Helios Neo 16S. It was absolutely trounced because they swapped out the 5070 Ti for a 5070. If it turns out that it is the 5070 with 12GB, it's actually a good announcement. Especially given the Neo 16S, it never fed its 5070 Ti full wattage to begin with. It actually only feeds it 115 watts, the same as a 5070. So making that laptop smaller, probably a good thing if it doesn't affect performance by all that much, if at all. That's of course assuming that they put in the 12GB of VRAM 5070. On that last point, from what we're seeing in motherboards listed on Lenovo's site, there will still be an 8GB version available. This is going to be confusing. Be really careful which 5070 you buy. Now, to make finding one of those laptops easy, we'll actually be adding a filter to our website bestlaptop.deals. We really had to build our own laptop buying website because shopping for a laptop was just so complex and confusing. Anyway, ending on a somewhat positive note, it looks like Nvidia may be listening after all, and perhaps they don't hate gamers quite as much as we thought. This change, really low-hanging fruit, minimum they could have done, but I am glad that they did it, or at least appear to have addressed it. We now just need to wait to see how expensive laptops with this GPU are going to be, especially given the memory crisis that they, Nvidia, helped create. On that note, get subscribed with the notification bell on because we will absolutely be getting these in and we'll be fully testing them. Plus, we really want to make it to 400,000 subscribers, guys, and we are so close to getting there, so give us a hand. Till next time, go do something awesome with your day, and I will catch you later.